Okay, so we're going to go through the steps we're going to take to write a number in expanded notation. So right here, I have a number written in standard form. If we were going to say this number out loud, it would be 341,123,102. And remember, to write that in word form, we simply write exactly like we would say it. So I'm going to go ahead and break this up into my place value groupings so that I can write them down real easy. So I have 102. Those are going to be my ones. 123,000. That's my thousands grouping. Sorry. And then 341 millions is my millions grouping. So now I'm just going to write those numbers in the place value groupings at the bottom. So I have 100, 0 tens, and 2 ones. I have 100,000, 2 10,000s, and 3 1,000s. And I have 300 millions, 4 10 millions, and 1 1 million. Okay, so now we're going to move on to step number 2. So step number 2 is multiply the digit by its place value. So once again, I'm going to put these back in their place value groupings. This work is already done, but I have to do it again just so I can show you. Remember, we're still trying to figure out these technology tools. That's one thing I still need to figure out how to do. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply the digit by its place value, starting with my largest place value. So I have 3 groups of, remember, groups of we can represent with multiplication, 3 groups of 100 million. So I have 100,000 and million. Okay. Then I move on to my 10 millions. I have 4 groups of 10 million. So I have 4 groups of 10 million. All right. Now I'm going to move on to my 1 millions group. I have 1 group of 1 million. So I have 1 group of 1 million. Okay. So that's my millions grouping. Now I'm going to move on to my thousands grouping. I have 1 group of 100,000. Now I'm going to go to my 10,000s. I have 2 groups of 10,000. So I have 2 groups of 10,000. Now I'm going to move on to my thousands grouping. I have 3 groups of 1,000. Great. Now I'm going to move on to the ones grouping. I have 1 group of 100. I don't have any 10s, so I don't need to write that down. And then I have 2 groups of 1. Woo! So let me make sure I have them all written down. I should have, let me fix that one real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to skip that 0 because we don't have any groups of 10, and 8. Let's make sure we have them all written down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay, we did it. Okay, now let's move on to step number 3. Okay, so now that we have written down all of the digits with their place value, multiplied by their place value, now all we have to do is add. So we have them all written down, and we just need to put the addition sign so that we can string them all together. So in between each one, so I had, there we go, 3 groups of 100,000. 4 groups of 10,000, 1 group of 1 million, 1 group of 100,000, 2 groups of 10,000, 3 groups of 1,000, 1 group of 100, and 2 groups of 1. I've added them all up. There's the steps you need to take. Now go ahead and take a break. Click on the next slide to see how to take that break.